Ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, February. Best wishes to you all on this Black History Month. It is the month that we celebrate our history and our strength. Hello, YouTubers. Well, it's that time again. Time to change out the collector shelf. Check out this Barbie bonnet. It's really barbeting. Since it's a new month, we have to change all of this collector shelf out. But first, check out my fit. Cute Barbie shirt, right? First, let's take down last month's dolls. This is going to take a minute, so let's speed this up a bit. Here's my handmade Kwanzaa doll. Here is one of my holiday Barbies, a Teresa doll that wasn't in the box anymore, but I kept her in the best condition I could. Another holiday Barbie, my Beacon Barbie from Orlando. My holiday Ken dolls. Now I'm probably going to pop his head off and use him as a character in my storylines. We'll do that later. And yes, I got all four of them, even though I had this head sculpt already. And I got him because he has not sculpted hair. And same thing with this guy. Looks like he's been looking around a bit. Let me see if I can fix this real quick. There, much better. My Mariah Carey doll. My sister Makenya Kawate doll that I made for the godmother of Kwanzaa. Another holiday Barbie that is out of box, but once again, I kept her in pristine condition. And another holiday Barbie. Break time, a little sippy sip always helps with the process. And now, back to the shelf. Another holiday Barbie. Oop, she's exposed a bit. Let me fix that real quick. Yes, much better. Look at her little purse. Isn't that cute? I gotta fix that hair tie. Oh, let's just put her away. Another holiday Barbie. Is that everybody? Wait a second. I have something else to show you. She has arrived. Miss Opal Lee, Inspiring Women Barbie doll.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Oop, what was that? 1 second, please. Now, Miss Rosa, I know you didn't just knock over my drink here. How rude. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Mind your business and stay out of my cup. She's probably just mad because I exposed the truth about the Alabama bus protest and showed that Claudette Cloven was actually the first woman to not give up her seat to a white passenger on the bus. But because she was 15, they decided they needed another spokesperson to handle the amount of attention that would be coming about. But anyway, that's another post for another time. Now, where were we? Yes, opening my Opal Lee doll. The front reads Barbie Inspiring Women. And it has her name at the top inside of the box, Opal Lee. I just love her face sculpt. Let's take a look at the back of the box. The back of the box reads as follows: Barbie doll, inspiring women, Opal Lee. Barbie recognizes all female role models. The Inspiring Women series pays tribute to incredible heroines of their time, courageous women who took risks, changed rules, and paved the way for generations of girls to dream bigger than ever before. Young Opal Flake was 12 years old when she and her family moved into their new home in Fort Worth, Texas. 4 days later, on June 19, 1939, a mob of rioters destroyed their house and set their belongings on fire. Opal understood the significance of the day. It was Juneteenth, the anniversary marking the day in 1863 when Union soldiers arrived in Texas to announce the enforced emancipation. 2 years after the Emancipation Proclamation was signed, the incident would be pivotal in the tapestry of her life. A determined Opal Lee dedicated her life to advocating for human dignity and creating awareness about the history of Juneteenth. Known as the grandmother of Juneteenth, she, at the age of 89, courageously walked hundreds of miles from Fort Worth, Texas to Washington, D.C. to petition lawmakers to make Juneteenth a federal holiday. 5 years later, in 2021, the Civil Rights Crusaders' dream became reality and legislation was passed. Opal Lee was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2024. Now almost 100, she continues to walk 2.5 miles every Juneteenth in her annual Opal's Walk to Freedom events. Throughout her life as a teacher, counselor, and community activist, she has persistently demonstrated what's possible when one uses their own voice to inspire change. There's also a quote from Opal Lee on the back that says, "If people can be taught to hate, they can be taught to love." There is a photograph of her and some walkers on one of her Juneteenth Walk to Freedom events, and at the bottom it reads retired teacher, counselor, social impact leader. Joining her on my collector's shelf for the month of February will be some other Black inspiring women from the Barbie collection. Now, I don't collect all of the inspiring women, but let me show you the ones that I do have. Katherine Johnson, Maya Angelou, Ella Fitzgerald, Rosa Parks, Bessie Coleman, Hey, 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 not yet. You don't go out until June. Get back up there on that shelf. And stay there. Ida B. Wells, and now Miss Opal Lee's doll can join her sisters on the collector's shelf to show solidarity during the month of February for Black History Month. Pardon me while I fix the snow on the rooftops. Now, there was one point in time when I was doing a Resplendence series under the title of Make Every Month Black History Month. So you can scroll back through my previous videos if you're interested in that. And we're going to continue that right on into 2026. Here are all of the dolls that I created based off of this Resplendence fact sheet. My Deadshot action figure is standing nearby to protect these women at all costs. First up, we have Dorothy Height. Next, we have Shirley Chisholm. She even has a miniature copy of her book in hand. Next, we have Mary McLeod Bethune. After her, we have Nanny Helen Burroughs. And last but certainly not least, we have Fannie Lou Hamer. And now that we have everyone all situated, let's take a look at our collector shelf for the month of February, Black History Month.
But first, let me take a selfie.
Okay, let's head on down to Main Street in the BDT to see what else is going on around town. Oh dear, the roof is falling. Must be all the snow. Let me fix that real quick so you can see the sign. T. Fanny's, our jewelry store. Oh boy, that sure is a gangster lane there, Tree. Let me sit you back up right. And just like that, we find ourselves over at Milton Sports Bar and Tavern. The staff there are preparing for G.I. Joe's birthday party. The mission to party commences on February the 9th. Let's head back down Main Street to go to another location for another activity coming up in February. And just like that, we find ourselves at Mimi's Cafe. The staff there at Mimi's Cafe are preparing for a Valentine's Day event called speed dating.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Oops, the cook's hat's a little crooked. Let me fix that for you there. You can barely tell that says Mia. Let me fix that too. Over on Dollstagram, dolls from other accounts that wish to participate in the speed dating rounds were given registration forms to fill out and a template to design their own cards for information for other participants in the event. This event takes place on February the 14th. Now, I know the dolls that will be participating in this speed dating event are going to want to have their hair and nails done. So we guess we better get over here to the Creative Salon and Spa to get it fixed up. Now, as you may already know, we did lose one light bulb in our Christmas tree lights that were lighting the entire shelving system where the salon and spa resides. So we had to go with an alternative. I was a little concerned at first when it looked like these lights were blue instead of white. Well, as you can see, it was a major fail there, but maybe I can hang it up inside of this cabinet and use it as a lighting fixture. Yep, that works for me. Now I can see where I keep all my little trinkets and things in these Dollar Tree storage bins. All of my miniatures fit in these little storage bins, like things like miniature pencils, books, hats, shades, glasses, you name it. Now back to the salon. I usually make oopsies like this all the time, so I did buy a second roll of that strip lighting. Okay, lighting installed. Let's take a look around and see how it turned out. It doesn't look as blue in here, but I can always use this lamp if I need to add extra lighting. Let's get this salon set back up. Just gonna speed things up a little bit here.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my gosh, this stupid shampoo bottle won't stay up on the shelf. Here is one of our salon and spa services menus. I found this little drawer set at the Dollar Tree a while ago, and it's where the person that does the pedicures keeps all of her items. Magazines for the lobby so that the patrons have something to read to keep them occupied while they wait for their services. I got this little plant for So Click Emporium, and it looks perfect over here at the front desk. A vintage rotary dial phone looks perfect on the front desk even though they don't use it. Some hand cream for our nail technician, everyone's favorite nail technician, Aquanisha. Here are some capes for our hairstylists to use on their patrons. And now that I've completely blocked your view, let's go ahead and take a grand scheme look at the entire salon.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Staff update. Belladonna has left the salon in order to pursue her bachelor's degree in business management. With that being said, her bestie Tabitha has taken over as the manager of the Creative Salon and Spa. This concludes our tour of the salon. If you have enjoyed what you have seen here today, please comment, like, share, and subscribe. And we will see you here next time on at Mama Bear Jenny Dolls.